know why I did that.
And we are in the abundance hour, and we are talking about abundance and overflow, especially in different areas of your life. And Terry had this wonderful visual that I would love for her to share with the class, because it's a great reminder.
I was just sharing that at a point in my life, I was a perfectionist. I am now a recovering perfectionist. I always had to do more, be better, be the best. And so I was always frustrated and disappointed in myself. And so I had this epiphany that the reason I wasn't able to do what I really wanted to do, which was be a loving person, was that right here was stuck, this negativity about myself. And so nothing could come through. I mean, I could just keep building and building and building up here, but nothing could come through. So when I started to learn to accept myself and love myself, this just opened up. And then you can see it just consistently flows through the hourglass. So if this was love for others and serving others, now it's coming through. But when it gets all the way through, all I have to do is keep going, and it just continues to flow. And so that way there's no stop to abundance. It's continual, it's everlasting. So that was for me. This visual helped me to get unstuck and to open the flow of abundance. And to me, that's abundance of love, of service, of joy. You know, those are the things we really want in our lives. That's what we were created for, to have joy. And that was what was keeping me from that. So that I have that hourglass. A friend of mine, I kept wanting to buy one. I looked on Amazon, I went everywhere, and I couldn't find. Finally, my friend just bought that one for me, so that took care of it. Trish bought it for me, Alana. And I just thought, oh my gosh, when somebody gives you a gift like that, it's the best one, right? It's the right one, because somebody thought to give it to you, right? So it's a real true hourglass. And I mean, you can buy them for a minute, 3 minutes, whatever, but it's a true hourglass. It reminds me that I can continually appreciate accept myself and my value in order to authentically love and accept others. So it's worked for me.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. And we had mentioned before that physical act of turning it back over. It's that engaging in that reminder that whatever area of life is, but especially when it comes to self-acceptance and self-worth, because I think for a lot of us, that's the first thing to go out the window. So whether we're beating ourselves up or whatever it is, but that gentle reminder that there's always enough. We're always enough. There is more than
there's
enough.
Always more. There's more than enough, and it's really, it's a great, I'm a very visual person and tactile. So it helps me to see that. I mean, I don't watch it all the time, but if it's around, at least I look at it and I see it. So it's here in my office in front of me. I don't always turn it over, but it's a good reminder.
Absolutely. Whether it's an hourglass or it's a fountain or a chocolate fountain, those just keep going. I mean, there's just an abundance of chocolate all the time. It just keeps going. But it doesn't even have to be a lot. It can be a trickle, but it's always recycling and always coming through, so that there is more than enough for everybody to stick their strawberries or angel food cake or whatever, and they want it, maybe not in a water fountain, chocolate fountain. Now I'm hungry and I want sugar. Well, on that note, I think I'm going to pull a card, because I don't know about you. I'm thinking a message might be kind of fun. Ooh, what did I grab? I grabbed a different deck. Yeah, we'll grab this one. Let's see what we've got today. Ooh. So that's interesting, especially as we're talking about. So it's this really pretty one. Kind of see it's actually a third eye, but it's all about intuition and becoming more sensitive to people, to foods, to chemicals, to smells. It's all about awareness. It's kind of like that extra. Anytime and we talked about awareness earlier, like everything circles back to awareness of where we are, where we want to be, the habits that we're creating. And it's an awakening. So it could be noticing that there is more than enough. It could be recognizing that we are enough. There could be all those different pieces, but also leaning on our intuition and listening to that little teeny tiny voice that's inside that a lot of times we squish. It's being able to amplify and turn up the volume. I don't know if you saw Horton Hears a Who, like, let's go back, like, sorry, but if you think about, like, he was holding this little tiny world, and it took all those little voices stacking on each other for people to be able to hear him. And it's being able to turn up that volume on that inner voice, the one that knows that we're amazing, loves us, that helps us remember who we are at the center and at the whole. But lots of
I just pulled a card and it says, value yourself. You are a gift to everyone, you know, everyone you meet. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's stop this real quick. Do I want to stop? Yes, I would.